We are living in a world where they are producing things that are slowly killing us. The life expectancy of a human being used to be somewhere around 100 years. Now y'all are living somewhere around 70 to 80. They are cutting y'all life expectancy down at an astronomical rate with the things that they feed y'all, the things that y'all drink and shit like that. But let me tell y'all something. Human obesity is at an all-time high. A lot of people are not working out. A lot of people are becoming fat. Y'all ever seen the movie WALL-E? Y'all know pollution is a real thing, right? Y'all notice how usually it's supposed to be cold around this time, and I don't know how it is in the city that y'all stay in. It's been a little bit hot lately. It's still been 80 degrees, and then we almost in Halloween. Global warming is happening because we're killing the world. So not only are we killing the world, but we're too fucking fucked up to even keep up with the world. A lot of us are fat slobs. A lot of us, we don't want to do shit. So this is what's gonna happen to the world. We're gonna kill this bitch, and we're gonna have to go somewhere. We're gonna be on a little shuttle in space, and guess what niggas are gonna do? They're gonna have on headsets, and they're gonna be living in virtual worlds. This is why those fucking Apple headsets y'all been putting on, they've been getting better and better. You ain't noticed how you can put on an Apple headset and click a button and take yourself to a whole nother room? You can go be in a whole nother place? Y'all folks think that the ideas that y'all see in movies and shit be coming out of the nigga ass. You think people can just create all of this shit without seeing it somewhere? Majority of the shit you see, an idea has to be created from something, and they give you clues, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. There are people in this world that try to show y'all what's gonna happen in small shape ways and forms, bro. And either you gonna, pick it up or you not, bro. I watch movies not on a surface level, but from a deeper standpoint. And I want y'all folks to understand, bro, they hide shit in everything that you see, bro. You wonder why your little sister be watching TV and they be having fucking TV shows on Cartoon Network where motherfuckers having 2 woman parents. They hide shit inside of different programs in order to mentally change the way that you look at shit, gang. Everything has some type of subliminal message. Bro, go watch Ready Player One and y'all will get a good example of what the world's gonna be like, bro. And I'm not gonna do too much talking because again, bro, everybody ain't gonna listen to this information. Some niggas gonna get this shit in one ear and go out the other. But what I can tell y'all folks is, bro, shit's not getting better. Shit's getting worse. Government shutdowns, fucking, you get what I'm saying? All of these different assassinations. You go look at what they doing in other countries to these kids and to these people, bro. This shit fucked up, gang. We all human beings, and the one thing I want y'all to understand is that shit's
only going to get worse, bro.
Is anybody else waiting for the economy to crash at this point? Because this shit seems so surreal. It seems like a fucking dream. Ever since the pandemic, shit just does not seem real anymore. Like, I feel like life is fake. Everything is maxed out at this point. Hell, I can't even say that because they'll find a way to raise the price of living again. Shit, if I knew life was going to be like this, I would have started saving money in kindergarten. We can't go out and protest shit because, hell, if you take one day off of work, you're behind the next 3 months. And everybody's afraid to boycott. We're making everybody rich except for ourselves. I know people that don't do shit for a living, but they got twice as much as me. And I'm not trying to count nobody's pockets. I'm working hard for no fucking reason. There's no reward. I couldn't fathom having a wife and kids and a house right now. I had somebody tell me that they was making $30 an hour and they can't even really provide for their family. What? And no wonder us millennials have psychological problems. We're working our ass off to get nowhere. Shit, people act like we're trying to take over the fucking world or something. We just want a house, a nice car, and a refrigerator full of food. That's it. And some money to go out here and there and take a trip once or twice a year. Hell, the government acts like we want a kidney or something. It just seems like every time I get a step ahead, I get knocked down 5 steps back. The pandemic wasn't even about a damn flu. This shit is about control. Y'all notice the government does shit in plain sight in front of us now and they don't give a damn? They're like, try us. My mental health is slipping every day. It's depriving. But fuck, you can't even take off work to heal. You don't even get time to chill anymore. Hell, that costs money. At this point, you're either doing something illegal or you have to have a side job to make it at this point. And all I gotta say about that is don't get caught.
People have changed. Or is it just that we weren't looking hard enough to realize they've always been the same? I've asked myself this question a lot of times. Whether I'm on the job, whether I'm walking down the damn street, why are people the way they are? Why does it seem like kindness is the most expensive item on the shelf? People these days act like kindness is the most unaffordable object for them to pick up. And as far as I've known, kindness has always been free. Free of charge. Free 99. No payment required, no afterpay options. You can take kindness and basically use it for anybody. But people will literally use kindness as something that's repulsive these days. Good morning. The hell you saying good morning to me? They may not say that literally, but people have that look on their face these days, like you offended them. Good morning is not a taboo, but it's treated like that these days. You could literally be in a drive-thru about to order you some coffee, order you a nice breakfast. You get onto that line, your vibe is already feeling funny because you're dealing with people that have low vibrational energy. At the drive-thru window. Real talk. People with low vibes making your food and giving it to you, and you feel like you low vibe after this. After you eat a low vibrational meal from low vibrational people. Make it make sense. We live in a society where people, I'm just going to be honest. I just feel like I'm tired of people a lot of the times. It's exhausting. You ever go outside just feeling like you want to start your day off right? First of all, you start your day off right with prayer, thanking God for another day. You go outside, you try to just think positive. And then something happens, a shift happens. Maybe traffic, people are honking the horn for no apparent reason. You got people honking the horn as soon as the light hits green. Just something comes into the day and just shifts your positivity to another direction. But you don't even realize it yet. That's the crazy thing. You don't realize this shift until you start talking down on the day. Why is this person like this? Why are they coming into the job with this horrible energy? Why does this person look so miserable over there? All I did was ask them for a copy from the copy machine. Can you bring it back? Like little small things. And it's like you just wonder why people are the way they are. And I can't quite blame it on COVID. I think COVID definitely did reveal things. But I also think people have always been this way. I just feel like with the financial crisis that this society is going through now, this world is going through, I feel like more and more people are revealing their true colors. Because one thing about struggle will start to reveal people's character. You ever hang out with somebody when times are good? I'm talking about everything is good. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Let some struggle hit that situation. Struggle will reveal the people that are going to stay in your life. Did you know that? I'm going to keep it real funky. Struggle will reveal who's really there for you. Not good times. Demons will have a great time with you. They will laugh and chuckle with you all throughout your day. But let some struggle happen. Let's see who's going to be there. Who's going to walk with you through the trenches? Who's going to shoot with you when you're in the gym? Tell me. I'll wait. Time's up. Nobody. Only a very select few people will be there for you when times are rough. And I've seen this happen in my own life. People start to act funny when struggle happens. But people have selective amnesia of the things that you have done for them. You realize that? And I'm not saying everything has to be reciprocal when it comes to you doing good things for people. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is hold on to your receipt. That's all I'm saying. Hold on to your receipt, because a lot of times you can do so much good for a person, right? So much good for a person. And then that person will one day just turn their back on you like you ain't nothing. Literally just turn their back on you and walk the other direction. Like you haven't been there for them for the whole time of your friendship, whatever your dating relationship, whatever it is. You got people like that. Because when the well runs dry, that's when people get to stepping. That's when they walk into the other direction. But when everything is sweet, that's when people are at your side. That's when they're talking good about you while you're in their sight, of course. But it's like Big Worm said, it's the principle of it. We're dealing with principalities. I need you to be a good friend all throughout. I don't need you to only be a good friend when things are going good. Real talk. Keep it funky. Let me know in the comments if you've been through these things. Do you see that people have changed in this world? What are you seeing right now with society, whether it's on the media? What are you realizing? And it's quite sad to see you step outside your house, looking for genuine connections with people, looking to just have a genuinely good day. And it just seems the vibe about people these days, it just feels off. It don't feel genuine. It feels like almost like a smile is transactional. And that's so sad. Because I didn't grow up like that. I grew up like when you enter a room, you say good morning. And people will ignore you in the hallways. That corridor, oh man. People just act like they deaf now. Nobody hears what you're saying. Nobody hears a good morning. Nobody hears what you're saying to them. You could walk in a room full of people and everybody will ignore you. I remember going into it was a random store, I think it was, and I was waiting online. Literally, I was the only one in line, but I was at the register. No one greeted me at all. No one gave me eye contact. I stood in this line for about 5 minutes. And then eventually I said, you know what? I'm going to walk the hell out of here. And that's what I did. I walked the hell out. Because like Denzel said in a movie, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can't. I already know the deal. I already know what you guys are about. Some of these companies, even if it's not a company, people these days, you could feel the bullshit that comes off of their aura when you get close to certain individuals. It is what it is. You could feel it. You feel when people are genuine with you, and you feel when they're not. Sometimes it may take a little longer. Sometimes people have to backstab you for you to realize it. That's the sad, unfortunate truth. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys feel that people have changed? Let's converse in the comments. Let's talk about it. Message.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The energy's off in this world. It feels like people have gotten a lot meaner and eviler, and I just noticed that it just keeps getting worse by the day. It almost feels like you constantly have to be on guard. You constantly have to watch your back. People are getting pissed off more easily. People are getting angrier more easily. And it's like, sometimes it literally just feels like it's best to stay to yourself because people are so unpredictable. There's something in the air, and it's like I can feel it. And it just feels like everybody only cares about themselves. We don't really care about each other anymore. It's like there's more crimes out here, there's more chaos, there's more division, and it literally feels like nothing even makes sense here anymore. You can see it in people's faces. You can tell by the way people drive. I've even noticed an increase in people tailgating me the last couple of months. And I'm not a slow driver by any means, but sometimes I genuinely wonder if, you know, somebody is going to get out of their car and just start something with me. If I can give you any advice today, it would be to protect your peace at all costs, because it's getting increasingly more wicked out here.
Does anyone else feel like we just stepped into a whole entire new timeline?
So I know I'm not the only one who realizes that ever since 2020, the world has been entirely different. I'm saying this not because of just the prices of the cost just to breathe air in America or live, because you have to pay to live, and now it's higher than a lot of people can afford. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about in the way that people communicate and people even look at each other or talk to each other or hang out or relationships. Ever since 2020, a lot of people are staying to themselves. They don't reach out to friends anymore. They don't speak to their neighbors. They don't talk to anybody. They go to work, you know, they eat, they come and scroll on TikTok, and they go to sleep. The world has become very, very introverted, an introverted place. And I believe that it's being done on purpose. The cost of living has went up to purposely stress you out, to purposely have your mind so weighed down with how am I going to survive? Because if they keep you in a state of fear, then you can't win. And that state of fear will also make you lose relationships, make you lose contact with your people that you really care about. So this video serves a purpose to help you to step out of your body for a second and look in the mirror. Look at your life and look at everything you've been doing differently since 2020 and see where has that gotten you. You have to get out of that mind frame and get back to your regular self, because I'm quite sure you weren't that person before 2020. You wasn't a person who didn't conversate and came home and sat there such in a low frequency because of what the world is trying to oppress you with. Get back to being a source of refreshment, a person who brings love and happiness to everyone who comes in contact with them. If we all get back to that frame of mind where we are optimistic about the future, we are a source of refreshment for our friends, family, and anyone who comes in contact with us, the world will be a better place. So let's from this day forth, get back to love and being optimistic about our future, because life is very short. Do not spend your life in a sunken place. Don't do it. Deuces.
I know the world is completely fucked now just off the fact that a whole bunch of people that didn't watch the news are watching it right now. And if they don't watch it, they're tapped into every global event that's happening right now. And if we gonna keep it 100, our president is totally fucking us right now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because the amount of shit he is taking from us and not giving is fucking crazy. And it's not even because we need shit. It's just like, why are you taking shit that we need, bro? These are necessities, bro. But maybe I'm fucking chatting. I'm not really tapped in, but I know that nigga is taking shit on God.
We are literally living in the end times. It really breaks my heart and saddens me to see how evil this world is becoming every single day. The other day I was out to eat with my husband. It was our anniversary. As I was in the bathroom stall, I realized in my purse I had a little extra mini Bible keychain. I was like, let me leave this here for someone. You don't know who might need to see this in this moment. Let me just leave a little reminder and plant a little seed that, hey, Jesus loves you. If you were looking for a sign, this might be your sign. Have have them a little bit curious about what's inside. What I looked at as so innocent and so pure and such a just kind thing to do was received as hateful, ignorant, and forceful of my religion. Majority of the comments on that video, people are saying I would spit on it, I would flush it down the toilet, I would throw it out, I will burn it. It's insane how many of the comments are saying things like that. To see something so innocent and so good viewed as something so hateful and forceful of my beliefs. And it reminds me of that verse in the Bible where it says, in the last days, people will hate what is good and love what is evil. That is exactly what my mind goes to. By me doing something as simple as leaving a little mini Bible keychain. There was even a comment that said, I'm gonna start leaving my PORN books for kids to see. And to think that they are comparing something disgusting and wicked and evil and immoral to something so holy just shows the lines have literally been blurred. There is no comparison between that and the Bible. Some people were saying, oh, I'm gonna start leaving my LGBTQ flags. And it's like, go look around. That is already everywhere. It's in our kids' cartoons, our kids' shows, it's in movies, music, Target. You can walk into Target and see a whole display. But God forbid we want to spread a little bit of the gospel. God forbid we want to leave a little mini Bible. And if you don't like it, if you're not a believer, that's cool. Keep it pushing. It's not for you. Maybe the seed will be for the next person. But it blew my mind. I'm not even angry at the comments because I'm not even going back and forth with people. And I actually left all the evil comments there. I know some people would probably have deleted them, but I actually want the world to see just how dark and evil we have become. You know what I did? I prayed for them. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. The very people that said I would burn it are going to literally have to eat those words if they do not repent. That's what breaks my heart, is at the end of this life, when they are facing God, they're going to have to recount those words that they said. They would burn the Bible. Those are the very people that if they do not repent, will be burned in the fire. I pray for them because I don't want them to go through that. I don't want them to have eternal separation from God. But if they do not repent, that is their fate. Whether they believe in this book or not, that is the truth. I don't know. I just feel grieved. What we've experienced, what we've encountered with God, we know that it's the truth. We know that He is the truth. He is the way. He is the life. And to think that so many people think that that is just our beliefs and it's not factual, it saddens me. And I just pray that they get to know Jesus. The world is not going to like us. They're going to hate us. Why? Because they hated Jesus first. Something so innocent, so good, so pure is now viewed as hateful and evil. The world will hate what is good and love what is evil.
PSA, if you're not understanding what's going on in the world right now, let me just elaborate my logic. I could be wrong, I could be right, but let me just explain to you what's my logic. Let me help you a little bit, right? Capitalism is about fluing the machine. That's really it, because it doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about me. It doesn't care about anyone around you but the wealthy. What people fail to understand is about profit, not people. Everything that you see what's happening is about profit. Limited government intervention to let the rich cook. It comes to the job market, it's changing fast. And the unemployment rate will continue to rise. Jobs will require higher skills. The market will become extremely competitive. Companies will continue to make large layoffs and invest in automations. You gotta remember, shareholders love layoffs. They love it. Why? Because more money saved. Do more with less is always a company goal. But what happens when you eliminate low-level jobs, right? They incorporate AI. Limit government involvement. The numbers will continue to grow when it comes to debt, poverty, and crime. Who that affect? Not the rich. The rich continues to get rich. Middle class disappears. In my freaking logic, I believe it been disappeared, but the middle class disappears and the lower class becomes you should know the rest. What we should do as a whole is to just get more serious about skills and finance. And that's what I'm working on slowly by reading books and so forth. I'm not gonna lie, some of us, we're pretty much late. We gotta stop messing around and stop trying to look for shortcuts. Do whatever you got to do. If you got to go back to school, if you got to find yourself a trade, obtain extra certifications, hire a financial planner, go to therapy, go to the gym, whatever you got to do. Stop eating bullshit. To elevate internationally when it comes to alternatives. Like, save as much as you have right now and invest wisely. Also with the support of a professional, because at the end of the day, you don't know what you're doing. You really don't know what you're doing, because people really like to think they know what they're doing. Get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a finance literacy first remember, your health is critical to your success, mental and physical health. So get a plan, write it down, and just chase that future that you really want. Value skills are skills the world cannot live without. Agriculture, emerging technology, supply chain, and healthcare are one of the most essential industries you could be in right now. We either going to be an asset or we just not going to be here. The real Hunger Games is really coming soon. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? Wake up. I'm out.